and welcome to the movie reference. This is episode 12, and my name is Lisette and I am hosting today with my lovely bridesmaids, aka my maid of honor, Monica Ayabar. Hello.
Hello.
And Alyssa Thompson.
Hey.
And the best woman, Brittany Denny.
Hello.
Hello. And we're taking over the movie reference show this week because I'm getting married on Sunday.
I love that sound.
Are you ladies ready to talk about one of the best movies ever?
Born ready.
Yes. Okay. So, what movie are we talking about today?
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. So, Bridesmaids came out in 2011. And it was hilarious. I watched it a couple times, but I did have to watch it again last night just to get a quick refresher. I will say I watched the uncut version, which I had never seen before.
I watched the regular one.
Yeah, there were a few things on the uncut one that I was telling Mark Anthony, like, whoa, I had never seen this part. There were some pretty
I didn't notice
things.
the differences.
No?
What was different?
Yeah.
Brittany, have you seen the uncut version?
There is like more, isn't it more dirty? Like with the, I forget. There's like a scene where they're talking about the giving head or something.
Yes.
It's like more extreme than the regular one.
Are you talking about the chicken coop or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I did notice.
So Annie's mom tells Annie about the chicken coop, and she says, "You peck at it until you have 2 eggs in your mouth."
Oh my goodness.
And then there was another part where the roommates, what are their names? I forget the roommates' names. Annie's roommates.
The weird
The
brother and sister.
Yes.
They
I think
creepy.
there's a bathroom scene where
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I saw that. Maybe I have seen that
wait,
uncut.
that's not in the regular version?
Yeah, it's in the regular.
it is?
Yeah. They're like in the bathtub together, right?
Yes, okay. So I guess it was in the
Her
regular one.
armpit.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't remember that part. I blocked it out.
Yes. That was I guess
Sick.
that was in the regular one. I think the other part that wasn't in the regular one was the part where she goes on a date that her mom sets her up on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not in the regular one.
Yeah.
No
and,
wonder. You
the
know
little-
when you see a movie and you're like, did this happen or did I imagine it? It was kind of like that because it was like, I never remember seeing this.
Yeah, that's how I was too, but then again, I can't remember movies very well, like Brittany and Mark Anthony. So but yeah, the part where she goes on this date and I guess her date's son is there, and he's odd. He's very odd.
The son?
Yes, the whoever she's going on this blind date with,
It's like a young kid.
Oh, I thought it was like a grown man's son.
No.
Yeah, he does a lot of weird things.
Yeah, he tells her like, my grandma died in the seat or wherever you're sitting.
He said right where your underpants are. And then whenever he asks her, "Are you afraid of dying?"
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, "Because my mom's gonna kill you."
Oh, I hope no one ever experienced that when they were dating.
Nothing that bad.
Awesome. Well, the main characters in the movie are Annie, which is played by Kristen Wiig, Lillian, who's the one getting married, by Maya Rudolph. And then we have Helen, of course, played by Rose Byrne. Byrne? Something like that.
Burn, yeah.
And then, of course, Megan, Doug's sister, played by Melissa McCarthy. She's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. She makes that movie.
Yes.
Everyone should pick their favorite character. But I feel like we all have
Yes.
the same one.
Let's see. Favorite character.
Oof.
Mine's definitely Melissa.
Yeah. Her and the one with all the kids too.
The blonde lady. Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Yes, she's
The
just
mom.
the mom of the group. It's got to be between her and Megan.
I liked Megan the best, but I associated the most with Lillian,
Oh,
Wait, which one's Lillian again?
the bride,
The
Maya
bride.
Rudolph.
Oh yeah, the bride.
So
Like,
why
which
do you
one do you think you're the
associate-
most like?
Why do you associate more with Lily and Alyssa?
I think just because, like, you ever feel like you're just trying to like do something and then everything's just like going crazy all around you and you're just like, hey, I'm just trying to have a good time. I don't know. I feel really bad for her.
I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't jive with Kristen Wiig because I wouldn't sabotage everything like that. Let me
She
think
was a
of it.
trash friend.
She was terrible.
you really think so?
Yes, she was trash.
She's a bad friend.
I
I don't
see-
think she was.
You don't see it.
Really?
I think Lillian is a trash friend.
Why?
I said what I
Our
said.
jaws dropped.
I know. Wait,
Why?
what?
Because she didn't see it. Like if that's your child, her friend, and you're not gonna see it, that's not your friend.
So you admit Kristen Wiig was toxic?
No.
No.
Helen was the toxic one.
Yeah. Like Lillian
yeah.
is toxic for not seeing the toxicity of Helen.
Dang. Her wine. You know, okay. So who's worse? Helen, the rich lady, or Annie, the blonde?
In the sense of
I think.
Oh yeah.
Who was a worse friend?
Well, Helen wasn't really a bad friend to Lillian at all.
I agree.
Yeah, Helen was a bad.
Like desperate for friendship.
Helen was just a bad person. I don't know.
I think Annie was toxico.
Why?
Yeah. That was unforgivable.
She's like can't be happy for her friend because she's too jealous.
Hmm.
For
From the
Helen.
jump, from the first scene where she tells
Yeah.
her she's getting married, she's like, haha, oh no,
Oh
like
my gosh.
super fake, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it.
You're right. See,
You're right.
she
Wow.
couldn't even be happy from the jump. I mean, some of it was just mistakes. Like the plane thing, I feel like that was just a mistake.
That was a setup.
Yeah. Because she got drugged pretty much.
Yeah, I think Annie. I see it now. She wasn't like
Well, you know
truly
what?
happy.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
What
No
do you-
one's perfect.
Except Megan.
Yeah, true. You're right.
She's a
Megan was
perfect one.
She was actually a good friend.
Yeah, she was.
Would anyone have any embarrassing wedding stories, or is Lisette's wedding gonna be your first wedding?
I think Lisette's wedding will be my embarrassing wedding story.
Why?
Hasn't happened yet.
I don't know, but you'll find out.
Stay tuned.
Maybe it'll be embarrassing for me. I'll try to speak Spanish like Annie does.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. What was she saying? Could y'all translate that for us? It was Spanish. She's like, thank you for living here. And then she just started saying random Spanish words, right?
They
That
were
would be me.
Spanish words.
Some of them were. She was saying like casa, like house.
Yeah.
Por la, thank you for the something. Yeah, it was random. I could totally see that happening with Brit. Like after a few drinks, if we would have done toasts at the end, Brit's Spanish would have came out. She would have been throwing no mames.
No mames.
But I don't see you guys fighting over the mic. I don't see that.
Oh my gosh, that was cringy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I throw the mic at you so you can have it back. You don't, I don't need to keep it.
Oh my gosh. And then she started
And
singing.
I have another embarrassing moment because I got a faja and then my mom told me I'm gonna pass out. So if I pass out, y'all have to save me.
You know what? I was debating on wearing one or not, and I decided not to.
Yeah.
Why?
So that I have more possibilities of being able to twerk.
There you go.
I'm just kidding. Just move in general. Because if
Can
you're
you
wearing
twerk in one of those?
if you were wearing a faja, there's only so much you can do, I feel.
I know it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take it off halfway through.
After the pictures.
Yeah.
We're gonna be throwing the faja up in the air in the middle of the dance floor. Do you guys have any embarrassing wedding stories?
I'm trying to think.
I have one.
Ooh, tell us.
When I was younger, I was supposed to be the flower girl, and I walked down the whole aisle and I didn't throw any. And then I think someone told me at the end, and I was like, "Oh," I just threw it on the floor.
How old were you?
Maybe 8. I think 8. So sad. They need
Monica,
rehearsal dinners.
Yes, they don't have. I feel like they don't used to have those.
Wait, did so nobody tell you like, hey, you're gonna drop flowers as you go?
I feel like they did, but I got nervous because so many people there, and then I just didn't. I just walked.
You choked.
I choked. It was too much for me.
Oh man, Amoni, you were a flower girl before, right?
Yeah, but I dropped petals.
She didn't.
Yeah, what? She understood the assignment?
Oh man, I've stood in a couple weddings. I know I've stood in 3 weddings. One of them was 4 weddings, actually. Yeah, 4 weddings. One of them, I think I was still in high school in our uncle's wedding. I hated my hair. Like I straightened my hair, and by the time we got to the ceremony, it was like poofy. It was terrible.
That's the worst.
Second wedding was my another uncle's wedding in Puerto Vallarta. Oh, I remember that wedding. Do you remember that wedding, Moni? The grooms, or my uncle's I guess husband at the time, his sister, I think, was talking about Monica. I forgot what she was saying. Oh, okay. We were. It was a beach wedding. I remember now.
I remember because I was leading the group, right?
To walk in.
Yeah. For some reason, they thought it was a good idea for me to lead the group.
Because you're the shortest.
Okay, whatever. So I was leading the group, and I was joking with my cousin behind me because we had to take off our shoes. Like, we had to walk up, and then as soon as we got to the sand, we had to take off our shoes and carry them. And I was joking with my cousin who was behind me that I wasn't gonna be able to take my shoes off, and that like it was not a good idea to put me at the front. And we were just joking. And then I kind of like looked over and I saw they didn't think it was funny.
But you couldn't take off your shoes.
Oh, and then just to make it better, that ended up happening to me. I got to the sand and I could not take my shoes off. And I remember, I think the wedding planner had to come over and like yank my shoe off. And then I walked.
But in the meantime, my other cousin Joyce and I were, I think, a couple people behind you, a couple girls behind you. And the girl in front of my cousin Joyce was like saying like she won't hurry up, what's taking so long? Like she was just like complaining.
Rude.
And I remember Joyce was like, what the hell? Like she was mad because she was talking bad about Moni or like telling her to hurry up, but Monica sincerely could not take off her shoes. So it was about to go down between the bridesmaids that day.
I didn't know that part.
Yes,
Well,
I
I
was upset.
I was just in panic mode. So I was
We'll get you Velcros next time.
yeah.
Velcro heels.
Yeah, that was the second wedding. And then I've been in 2 other weddings for my other bridesmaid, Alba. I've been in her part of her 2 weddings also. But I think those are the only weddings I've been part of. Yeah. Nothing embarrassing though.
What about y'all? How many weddings have y'all been in?
2.
I think
They've both been uncles.
just Lisette's wedding and then the one where I was a flower girl one time.
Time to redeem yourself, Britt.
The stress. I'm gonna bring flowers on purpose just for me to go down.
This time your only job is to give me Mark Anthony's ring.
Nobody told me this.
Wait, you guys, we're getting sidetracked here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Bridesmaids.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, have you guys ever gotten ready to wake up next to somebody?
Yes.
No.
I don't think I have.
I
I
have.
definitely have.
Like how? Get ready how?
Like Annie in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning for sure.
Like you get up early, you do your makeup, and then you just like
Pretend to be her.
What did she say? She's like, oh, you scared me. And then she hugs him.
said, oh, I was having a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. And then she says, you're funny in the morning. Just her flirting. Oh, that's just cringy, though, when he's trying to
Yeah,
make
within like 5 minutes of the movie, they established that men are trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But she was trash too, so.
Oh.
She was.
She's coming with the fire.
I don't know. I feel bad for her.
Her life, you know what I like about this movie? What they did really good? Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for her, it did. And you're like, okay, it can't get worse. And it got worse. And worse and worse and worse.
People kept telling her, like, this is your rock bottom. And she was like, no, let me show you.
Yes. I remember thinking that, I was like, oh my gosh, you have nothing. And then when the creepy brother and sister kicked her out of her own apartment.
Yeah.
that was rock. And they're like, you have to go right now, though. Like, right now.
Yeah, because the whole movie, you're like, okay, this is it. Like, this is her point. What did her mom say? Like, you can only go up. And then
Yeah.
it goes down.
She kept going down. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think the cringiest part of the movie, though, that I can't watch part of it is the when they go dress shopping.
The food poisoning
I love
scene.
that part.
That's
I
my favorite part.
I love
Oh.
it, but I like as soon as Megan runs to the bathroom and is it Megan? Megan's the first one, right?
Yeah. Like
Like
burping.
yeah, I'm like, oh man, like, oh, it's gotta be horrible.
And I've seen that movie before. And so when I was watching it today, I was like looking for their reactions, and they do a really good job of building it up. Like they start getting sweaty and they start
And red.
making faces.
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah,
then
they
when
do it
she
so
has
good.
when she has to eat the almond, like
Oh,
I hated it. Like when your stomach hurts and you don't want like anything, like even just eating an almond seems like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that was jacked up actually. I forgot about that part. That was mean. That was petty.
I'm glad we I think we had done majority of our dress shopping before we went to eat, when we went to
Yeah.
try on dresses. And then we had lunch at Rosario's, which is Mexican food.
Mhm.
And
could have had this situation happen.
yes, it could have been very much possible, especially with all that cheese.
Oh. Thank
Did
God
you
it
guys
didn't happen. Wait. What food
Did
are you
you-
gonna have at the wedding?
Oh, courtesy of Monica helping me pick out chicken and veggies and some sort of mashed potato stuff.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nothing bad could
No.
happen then.
Yeah, nothing bad can happen. Don't worry.
Do we have to eat the vegetables?
You have to clear your plate. I'm sorry. You cannot get up from the table until you eat the whole thing.
I'm gonna be there all night. Just
Turn the
sitting
lights off on
down,
you.
not even participating.
You guys took me back to my childhood.
I know. That was me.
But
And then also what I was like, how do these women all like actually plan it and actually show up? I feel like it's so hard to plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess it's a movie though.
well, that was probably one of the hardest thing during the wedding planning, was trying to get everyone's schedule at the same time. Like everyone being able to get the same day off, being available, which in this case, it really didn't happen. We were unsuccessful, but that's okay. And but I can't imagine, like, there's girls that have like 10 bridesmaids, and I'm like, how do they do that? How just trying to get everyone
I'm
for
like, how
one
do you know
day?
that many people?
That too.
I was a bridesmaid.
Like,
I was a bridesmaid in a wedding where the bride had 10 girls. And she was like, don't ever have that many bridesmaids. Like that was the one where we had to have 2 dresses. So we had to switch. Yeah, it was a whole
so
thing.
did
Huh?
you have to pay for both?
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, it was wild.
Wow.
Your dress is so extra, man.
Yeah. Like for the bride, that's one thing. But for us, but actually in her defense, it was a cultural thing. So
Oh, that's fine.
yeah. So you have like the American and then they had the Nigerian,
Oh,
which was really cool, but really expensive.
I feel like people don't realize how much goes into it. Like whenever people ask you, like, "Oh, will you be in my wedding?" You're like, "Oh yeah, of course." Blah blah blah. And then you have to plan a whole bridal shower.
Tell us more.
It is.
I don't know.
I feel like
So stressful.
I had to do a whole bachelor party.
Yeah, and then like it just, but then at the end, it's all worth it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that pressure because I always feel like you don't do enough. Or like, because you always see in the movies and you're like, I didn't do enough. I didn't get the hangover kind of bachelor party I wanted to do. Just kidding.
You both did great though. Brit, that bachelor party was awesome. Mark Anthony was super
yeah.
happy. Yeah,
Thank
you
God. And
like
Molly's
there
was so much fun. She had actual things planned. I was like, it's so good.
we had no rest time. Like
Yes,
we
she was
Honestly, yeah.
extroverted.
And that was like my one day out of the year.
Mm.
Like one day out of like 5 years. But
It took
somehow,
everything.
like, everything like ended up going perfectly. Like my itinerary was on
Your what?
point. My itinerary.
Your what?
Like it ended at the time I had said it would end. But you guys remember what I was like afterwards?
like don't talk to me.
Dead. That's what she was like. She's like, I'm done. Y'all on your own now. I clocked out. But you know what? Speaking of that, like bridal or bachelorette party, the girl in the movie, she never even got one.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
flying
because
to Las
Annie
Vegas.
ruined it.
Yep.
I drugged you guys.
True. That's the
gosh.
one.
When she was
Yeah.
like, there's a colonial woman.
She was so disgusting. Yeah, she had I don't know what pill she gave her, probably Xanax or something. And
I
then
feel
she's
like
like, it's not calming.
I feel like they just could have cut her out of the plane. Like not all of them had to leave.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where Lillian was a good friend in a way. She like I feel like they all decided to leave.
Get off the plane.
But then they threw it back in her face.
I feel like they had no choice.
Yeah.
And on top of that, she got demoted.
Yeah, she did demo her, is true. Well, she was still maid of honor, but she didn't have any of the responsibilities. So yeah, she got demoted. Yeah, and that was the one thing that it wasn't really her fault. Everything else, completely her fault.
That is true. Very, very true.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question for Lisette. And maybe Brittany now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, are you guys scared that something will change after you get married?
Nope.
I don't think so. I don't think any changes, honestly. But
I feel like it's just the same situation. From boyfriend and girlfriend to husband and wife, I guess.
With your friends.
Oh no, I feel like it's gonna be the same. Unless Mark and Lisette have kids, then I'll never see them again.
Oh yeah, that's a different story though.
We were telling Brittany about her wedding, in, can I say where?
You can say.
In Ireland, possibly Ireland. And we were saying how she has to pay for her plane tickets. And then I told her, well, you may need to pay for 3, not just 2.
Ooh, Monica.
That was dirty, Lisette.
And the invitations now, technically, you're only inviting them.
Exactly.
But babies, they fly for free.
That's what I thought. They better be free.
But who wants to have a baby at the wedding?
That's true.
Oh, that's another good question.
I don't think I want
Kids at the wedding,
Yeah.
yay or nay?
I don't think I even know people with kids.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes it easy.
Yeah. So I should be fine.
We don't have very many kids coming to our wedding. We literally only have 4. We thought we were gonna have more, but yeah, it's not bad at all. And the youngest is 9, I think, 8 or 9. But yeah, not.
I always thought it was funny when, not to be mean, but when people would pick their flower girl to be like a 2-year-old, and the kid would just freak out on like the wedding day. Like you have one job and they just can't handle it. They buckle, which is fine because they're a little kid. Like they don't
That was
care.
Brittany.
They don't know what's going on.
That was me.
Except for you were 8. Nah, no. I always wanted to be a flower girl, but yeah, I don't know, kids. Man.
Lisette, who's your flower girl?
My other bridesmaid, Rosa's daughter, Fidelia, she's gonna be my flower girl. So I'm excited. I have confidence that she'll make it down the aisle.
You don't want to ask me to do it?
After today's story,
Brittany
I
wants to
don't know.
redeem herself.
I have to redeem myself somehow.
I'm actually debating on whether you should be handling the ring or not.
Honestly, I lose it. No, I got this, Lisette.
You got this. You got this. Monica, you haven't lost the ring yet?
Well,
Monica?
Yeah, I got it.
Looking for it right now.
searching frantically.
Oh man.
So, Brittany, you're a best woman,
Yes.
which is really cool. Are there any different duties than like being a bridesmaid? Do you have to hold your brother's like tux in the bathroom or
Right.
anything weird like that?
I feel like mine's super easy. All I had to do is the bachelor party. And then, well, now I found out I have to do something with, I have to hold Lizette's ring, right?
No,
Yeah.
Mark Anthony's ring. And give it
Oh.
to me.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I have to do that. But that's about it. It's not too stressful. It's pretty chill. And yeah, I've never been anyone's best man, so this is cool.
I feel like Brittany had double the duties though. Like she had to do the bachelor and then like she also had to come to bridesmaid things.
yeah, that's true.
It was worth it though. All it
And
is
then-
worth.
Right? And then Monica just outdid herself with the bridal shower. Like I saw a
Mhm.
completely different side of Monica that day. I remember her, me and Faye caught her in the middle, I think in between games.
Oh my goodness.
She turned around to where she couldn't see us, but we could still see her. And all you see her is going, taking a big old chunk of her drink and be like, okay, I'm ready, I'm back.
Because I was talking so much and my mouth got dry. Honestly, that day I had no choice. I had no choice. I had to turn it on.
True.
How did the bachelorette party turn out?
It was good.
That was fun.
It was fun, but we picked the wrong date. We had no idea The Lion King. Was it The Lion King? I think The Lion King was playing downtown at the Majestic, and we decided to do it downtown. The Lion King was playing, and it was the Day of the Dead festivities going on downtown. So parking was terrible. There was a really long wait for the restaurant, which was fine because people still had to look for parking. But once we were all there, it was really fun. We went to where did we go eat? I think Iron Cactus. Mm-hmm. And then from there we went to Pat O'Brien's piano bar. I got up on stage at Pat O'Brien's piano
I have
bar.
that video. I need to send it to you.
I've never seen the video.
It's long.
I am sure it is.
I just remember you're like, I'm not drunk enough for this.
Oh, remember the lady pushing you to go up with her?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not drunk enough for this. She was like, go, you're her friends, go. Like, that is my friend, but I'm gonna sit right here.
But I'm gonna let her embarrass herself now.
Yeah, it's her. She's the bride. I'm clapping. I will find that video to send it to you.
Yeah, we went there and then did we go back to Howl at the Moon? Right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we went to Howl at the Moon. The entertainer was hitting on Alyssa. Remember?
Hey.
He asked what song I wanted, and then they sang it to me.
So
But my feet were killing me.
Yeah, it was a lot of walking.
I had to borrow Lissette's shoes.
My knees hurt the next day, and we weren't even like dancing or
Oh my
nothing.
gosh. Yes, that was the week that I was beat up.
Yes, and we went pole dancing earlier that day. I just remembered.
Goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah, we went pole
Bruises.
dancing. Bruises galore, pole dancing. Shout out to pole dancers. They
They're very strong women.
yes.
Did you do it again? The pole dancing or no?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
Would you guys?
It's time.
Mhm.
Money?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's other things that I want to try to do now.
Oh.
It opened the door.
That's
Like backup career.
oh, no, I meant like there's other like tricks I would want to try while I'm there.
Oh.
So yeah, I had a pretty epic bachelorette. No one got kicked out of anything like in Bridesmaids, so
That's
Yeah.
good.
it was all good.
I guess we could circle back to bridesmaids.
Yes.
Let's see. If you were in bridesmaids and your friend was acting like Annie, what would you do?
I feel like the bride, and this is me coming from me, I feel like she was too nice.
What?
Yeah.
Like, yes, okay, let me just jump to the scene, like the bridal shower. I think that's what it was, where she finally lost her
snaps.
cool. When Kristen Wiig for like finally, well, she was her big snap. And she's just being like so selfish and so ugly. It was like destroying like things at her bridal shower, like the cookie and the chocolate fountain and all that stuff. And she's just like screaming at her. And I'm just like, I thought about that. I was like, if somebody did that, I was like, I don't know. Like that was just nuts. Borderline unforgivable. So
To the curb.
So like
it was just so ugly.
You don't
Right?
like you don't understand it though. Like this other girl took her whole idea, like, and I feel like it was just building up and building up of her like one upping her, and then like her taking her the Paris idea. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But why not take it out on, and I guess that's how it started. She was taking it out on, no, she never took it out on Helen, the rich girl, which she should have, because she's the one that was in the wrong. But like, that's your friend, and she's just giving her like all the heat when really she was mad at Helen.
But I feel like if that's your best friend should see that you're not being treated well.
I think Annie should have addressed the issue with Lillian and told her how she really felt instead of waiting for it to just build up until she like snaps.
Yeah. That probably would have worked better.
Well, because see, at the end, that's when Lillian was like, yeah, Helen took over and it's terrible.
True.
Yes, when she goes missing, and the only one that knew or that was able to find her was Annie. And yeah, you're right. She like, and she helped her fix her dress, right? Annie helped Lillian fix her dress, and she admitted,
who was
Lillian
the-
admitted.
who
And
was
this
the-
is where I agree with Monica, because she also said at that part, she was like, my dad can't afford all this stuff that Helen is planning. And I'm like, bro, say something. Like, it's your wedding. Like, if this rich girl is planning like party favors and all that crazy stuff, like,
Have
say
you seen
something.
those
You don't have to do that.
posts that they're like the villain and the real villain? I feel like Annie was the villain and Helen was the real villain.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah.
And the hero was Megan.
Yeah.
With the
I
puppies.
like the part I was crying. Like, this is the second time I've seen the movie, so nothing really made me laugh because I already seen it. But I was crying at that scene where Kristen Wiig, what's her name? Annie is having like, she's at home, she's hit rock bottom at her mom's house. And so Megan comes over to like be a good friend and to like snap her out of it. And she was like, you feel so bad for yourself. She was like, when I was in high school, the kids tried to blow me up.
Yeah.
And she's like, they threw firecrackers at my they threw firecrackers at my head. Did I cry? No. Anyways, I was just crying. She's like telling the story about how tough her life was. And she's so bizarre, but like so hilarious. But
Megan's a good
that's why
friend.
she was the best. Yeah.
She's
She
a
was
good friend.
like the best friend out of all those people.
Mhm. Yeah, I think Lillian was too much of a pushover. Like,
Yeah.
she just let Helen just rule her world, and she never said anything. But I think maybe she did it because she wanted this like glamorous wedding, or she thought she did, and then she saw that it wasn't what she really wanted.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't what she wanted, that it wasn't who she was.
Mm.
I feel like, so people say this movie is like the female version of like The Hangover,
Mhm.
but I'm like, ooh, because like the women, they have so much, it was kind of cringy to watch it because you like relate to it, like oh, they're being petty, they're being jealous, they're being like, especially with the microphone scene. And I was just like, it'd be like that sometimes.
You know, Alyssa, you mentioned that you didn't laugh as much as the second time or as the first time, but I was cracking up the whole time still. Like, it just the stuff they go through, especially the part at the was it the engagement party where they introduce everyone? And the one part that I always remember is when Megan thinks that the black guy is Annie's boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I'm so glad he's single, because I'm gonna climb that like a tree. Or
Yeah, Megan made me laugh like throughout the whole movie.
oh,
She was so funny.
and the puppy party favors. Why didn't we have puppy party favors, Monica?
Oh, can you please do it?
You can have him at the wedding.
I think I would have a cat.
Yeah.
Cats on the streets are free, you guys.
I mean, at this point, with Mark Anthony feeding all the cats in our neighborhood, we probably will be giving out cats at the wedding. Oh man.
All right. Do you guys have anything to add about Bridesmaids? And if there's a second one, would you watch it?
Ooh, what would the second one be? Would the second one be Annie getting married?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
feel like we would do that.
As long as Megan's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
If
need
she's
to
not in it, nah, pass.
forget
agree.
about it.
But I think I would be okay if they didn't make another one.
Same.
I agree. Yeah, I think Megan makes the movie what it's supposed to be.
Oh, and you know what I thought was super cool? is
What?
how the what is it? The flight marshal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Her husband. I thought that was
yeah.
That's really her husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and I
Yeah.
feel like they do that a lot in her movies, right?
yeah.
Are they
Just like
always
cameos.
are they always together
I
in
think
movies?
they always have some sort of like
What
clip with them.
was he in the Heat with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, he had
He
one
was?
scene, I think.
Was it the club scene? No, it wasn't. That.
He always shows up at like random parts of her movies.
Have you guys
Into them too.
have you seen I Spy
Yes,
No.
with Jason
No.
Statham and her.
with Megan and the girl who plays Helen?
Yeah,
It's the funniest movie ever.
you guys have to watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I will
I
watch it.
Spy. Who's the main person in that movie?
Melissa McCarthy.
You just have to
And
watch
Sandra Bullock?
No.
No, that's the Heat with
Oh,
Melissa
that's The Heat.
McCartney
Okay,
and
okay.
Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
Okay. So we have Rosa and Alba. Can you guys hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all made
guys.
it.
Hey.
So we're actually wrapping up the show, but since you guys came, I want to hear your favorite part of the movie.
Okay, so I have many. So we're talking about Bridesmaids, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bridesmaids.
Okay, so it's actually one of my favorite movies because it always comes out on Bravo, like literally all the time. But anyway, so my favorite scene is definitely, I don't know if y'all covered that, sorry guys, but definitely the restroom part.
Yes.
I love the face expressions. I love the faces. I love the humor about it. All about it. Yeah. So like for real, I could see that scene 100,000 times. Like I can't imagine someone. Are we allowed to curse? Like someone to go poo poo like on the sink and like you throwing up, and then someone like wants to like literally like sit on your face. Like no. And then like the other favorite part that I love, I always joke around like with Raul with it, but like where she what's her name? The blonde chick, the main
Annie?
girl. Yeah, Andale, Annie. Yeah, Annie when she's like she's like nauseated and puking, sweating so much, and the other girl like, oh, like you could go whatever, blah blah, like you're like you seem sick. She's like no, like trying to keep it together, and then like when she's like eating like those
The almonds.
almonds, like yeah, dude, like for real, I could watch those minutes, I could watch them over and over. So, but that's my favorite scene, and there's more, but I know y'all wrapping it up, but that's it.
That scene, I love it, but I can't watch it. Like it just, one, I can't see people throwing up because then I get all, ugh. But then like, oh, it's just, if that would happen, I can't even imagine, I don't even want to imagine that happening.
In the dress.
In the dress. And then they still got the dress.
Mhm.
Those dresses were not ugly. I mean, they were ugly. They were
Yeah.
very ugly. Sorry. I actually wanted those dresses for the wedding, but no, just kidding.
Did y'all talk about? I know again y'all wrapping it up, but did y'all talk about like what y'all disliked about it?
No.
So
I
I will
don't-
tell you. I know you're probably like, this isn't your podcast about, but I do because I always talk about it with Raul. The number one thing that I dislike is the guy that Annie falls for. Like I hate his acting. He's so dry and boring. Yeah, like I just don't like him. That's it. The end.
Monica said he was the definition of men are trash.
No, they're talking about two different guys.
Wait, which guy? No, yeah,
I'm
the guy
talking
that
about-
Annie's.
About Ted.
Yeah, Alba's talking about the Irish accent guy, the boyfriend.
Yes, that one. You're right,
What was
Alyssa.
it? Nathan, I think his name was in the
I
movie.
like
Yeah, he's just like so blah. Like they should have
Oh.
put someone else.
Lillian's Beyonce.
that.
No,
The-
Liz.
Oh, the cop.
Ah, yeah.
I like that they picked someone like whatever, because you don't need to focus on him because the movie's about the women.
Yeah,
Okay.
I still hate him.
Well, ladies, it was a pleasure having you guys on the show. And I want to thank my guests here today, my maid of honor, Monica. And then I have my bridesmaids, Tara or Alyssa Thompson. Who's Tara? Alyssa Thompson. And then I have
Just kidding.
Alba. Alba, are you officially Nava or Garcia?
I consider myself Garcia Nava. I am the laziest person, so I have not changed my last name officially, and I've been married now about what, 7 years.
200 years.
So don't be me. Yeah.
And then my other bridesmaid, Rosa Peña. And of course, the best woman, Brittany Denny.
What?
The Movie Reference would like to give a small business shout out ran by some amazing ladies, Homegirl Designs, Mom and Cake Pop, Contemporary Bounce, and Rosa's Kawaii Cakes. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us on such a special episode, and I can't wait to see you guys on the 21st. We hope you guys enjoy the show.